Okay, hi kids. So we are now on second drop. I think this is going to be the first of the drops to be split into multiple videos. I distinctly remember these taking a while to do, mostly, even though, as you'll see, this game is incredibly linear and it's all reused areas. But I ain't so smart. We will be playing as Yuri again. Let's go costumes. Yes, she's in her normal outfit, so you can see what she should look like. It has been several days since the incident at the inn. Hisoka is out on a case. A young girl comes to the shop and finds a worried Yuri. Yuri is given a missing persons case, something Hisoka forbade. I don't have a mirror stone. Do you not carry them over? Alright. I guess we're going to be spending all of our points every single mission picking up mirror stones. Mount Hikami, Yuri Kozukata. A few days have passed since Yuri's introduction to shadow reading at the abandoned inn. Since then, Hisoka has gone off somewhere and hasn't returned. Yuri worries for Hisoka, but now, yeah, everyone just, you're gonna have to get used to this in this game. Everyone just fucking wanders off all the time. It's infuriating. Because if you don't know, when you wander off on this mountain, you get put in a box. Since then, Hisoka has gone off somewhere and hasn't returned. Yuri worries for Hisoka, but isn't sure how or where to start searching. As she sits waiting at the antique shop, a girl named Fuyuhi Himino shows up, claiming to have enlisted Hisoka to help her find a missing person. They just wander off, and then they wind up in boxes under the mountain. It's just horrible. Nobody talks to anyone in Japan, apparently. I don't understand it. So we're at the Kurosawa Antiques Cafe. All them cameras. Man, where do they get all this money from? They're bloody Ghostbusters. Where do they get any cash from? Speak up.
すみません。今留守にしています。依頼をした日比野です。人探しだから受けるかどうかということでしたけど、いつになるのかと思って。人探し？山に行ったかもしれないんです。氷上山。氷上山。山の近くで遥かを見た人がいて、自殺の名所ですよね。
Unnecessary cleavage shot there.
遥かがそんなところに行くはずないんです。私に何も言わずに。
Yeah, this mountain is evil.
黒沢が戻り次第。いえ、遅くなるなら結構です。
No, shush, don't do that. No, you'll get in trouble. You'll die. They'll put you in a box and everything. It's not nice. Oh, don't actually try and stop her, love. Fucking Japan. A missing person case? Hisoka left a few days ago and hasn't been back. Maybe this is what she's been working on. Hisoka's room is upstairs. Maybe she left some clues as to her whereabouts. Now then, that's telling me where to go. You may have seen it's gone straight to the security camera there. I can't actually get my camera out, but if I could, this is going to be a main feature of what is the coolest part of this game. This is something about coffee and tea that doesn't actually matter. We are incredibly sheltered and naive for a pop idol, I think we are. We are a pop idol who's just into ghost busting. The pendulum of the old grandfather clock sways slowly. The clock itself may be broken, but it works well as a decoration. Hisoka said she likes the rhythmic sound of the pendulum and the chimes that mark the hour. Now, this is our antique shop. We can't actually leave. We've got lots of clocks. Hisoka likes to know what time it is. The road in front of the shop leads to Mount Hikami. It was built for the tourists, but the only people who use it now are people who live here. Yeah. Mount Hikami is like everyone goes up there to kill themselves. You don't go up that mountain unless you want to die. That's a Japanese thing. They have that in real life. There are like suicide forests and all kinds of crap in Japan. Here's a toilet. But you'll get used to this tea shop because this is where the horde mode is. Oh yes, there's a horde mode. And we've got documents. A book about Mount Hikami was lying on the bookshelf. It seems to be about traditions surrounding the mountain. Mount Hikami has long been feared to be haunted. In the past it was said that sleeping with one's feet facing the mountain was taboo. Watching the sunset behind the mountain too was believed to invite forth beings from the netherworld. Today the mountain is said to call to those fascinated by death. Countless rumours abound of people spirited away to that accursed peak. They are said to venture to the mountain alone, leaving behind no trace of themselves. Some say the bodies of those who vanish can be found at the bottom of the Lake of the Departed on the mountain's summit. Since becoming a tourist destination, the prevalence of such frightening tales did seem to diminish for a while. Even so, despite its fleeting status as a tourist hotspot, Mount Hikami is yet to shake its reputation as a cursed mountain, a place of death. Today it has become a popular place at which to commit suicide. This is really based on, like, real things that happen over there. They have suicide forests and shit. It's disturbing. A book about Mount Hikami was lying on the bookshelf. It seems to be about the rumours surrounding Mount Hikami as a site of spiritual activity. How does a place become famed for suicide? As more people die, the place will gain a reputation, and people are drawn to these spots out of a desire to not be alone in the end. Interestingly, these suicide spots are rarely known as hotspots for spiritual activity. This is what makes Mount Hikami distinct from the others. It has both the tradition of suicide and has long been associated with ghost sightings. Then there are the so-called Maidens of Black Water, or Oracles of the Sodden Raven, which is the original title. It is said that if you are found by one of those maidens, they will lead you to your death. Those caught in the maiden's gaze never again leave the mountain, or so the rumours go. There are also tales of spectres on Mount Hikami who relive their own deaths. Those who do not die in accordance with local practices become cursed, forced to relive their final moments for eternity. Many of the people who have been kept from committing suicide on Mount Hikami claim to have seen a maiden, or one of those looping spectres, and feel a strong compulsion to kill themselves. Perhaps it is because of these stories of maidens and ghosts that the mountain continues to be a popular spot for those looking to take their own life. Again, this is not a happy game, friends. This is quite miserable. There's another security camera there. It's important to point out all the security cameras. Just trying to get her to run. She finally decided to run. Pretty kimono hangs on a rack. No, I wanted to look in the suitcase. But I really like this tea shop. We're going to be doing some stuff here with Rui and Ren, and basically whenever they save someone from the mountain, they bring them here and the ghosts try and drag them back. It's quite cool, actually. A small potted plantain lily is sitting on top of a low dresser. And that was important. Why? That run. That run. Come on. Open the door. This is Hisoka's room. She really likes the traditional Japanese style. It's an old Japanese style full-length mirror. I've never liked looking into mirrors. Oh, ghost's gonna get you. Nope. A folder. Lost items case file. Hisoka's shadow reading cases. Client. Missing item. Diary. Token. Photo of deceased. Details. Locate mother's diary. Client seeks info on the late mother. Relates to a deceased individual. Apply caution. Result. Caretaker of the deceased has burned the diary at her request. Lost item case files. Client. Missing item. Storeroom key. Token. Photo of deceased. Details. Locate storeroom key. Item may already be lost. Token and item belong to deceased. Apply caution. Result. Item located had been hidden by client's parent. Returned to the client. Lost item case files. Client. Missing item. Diamond ring. Token. Rings box. Details. Client seeks long lost engagement ring. Requested fiancé not be notified. Date of wedding soon approaching. Result. Found on client's desk, was in an obvious place but somehow eluded the client. Lost item. Client Ren. Missing item. Album of post-mortem photographs. Token. Post-mortem photograph. Details. Reference material for a book about traditional practice in Mount Hikami. Bad location but minimal danger anticipated. Client is an acquaintance. Result. Found in an old building of abandoned inn. Shadow attempted to drag Yuri towards the netherworld. Should have gone alone. Must warn Yuri to stay away from the mountain. There's a book next to the files entitled The Art of Shadow Reading. Lot of me reading out loud in this LP. Sorry, folks. The Art of Shadow Reading. Shadow reading is the ability to read traces of the past, not unlike the ability commonly known as psychometry. By following these traces, it is possible to find things that have gone missing, or were no longer visible, things that are demonstrably there, but for reasons unknown, are all but invisible. Things the owner wished to be forgotten, things whose owners have passed away, things that no longer wish to be seen, things drawn partway into the netherworld invisible within our own. Such items can be called back to the world of the living. Unlike these objects, however, people who have been spirited away must not be chased after lightly. In many such cases, they have been taken by creatures of the netherworld who linger nearby. Utmost caution must always be applied. It's the case notes. Do you want to, that's not how you do it. There is another room we can check out. Do we want to go and check out the other room first? I think we do. Getting that run to trigger is irritating. Talk about tank controls. Hisoka gave me this room when I moved in. It used to be her bedroom. It's been a while since I moved in, but I still haven't unpacked anything. Just check out our room. This is our room. The rooms are going to be important. It's important to learn the layout. I am literally never going to learn the layout of this tea shop. There are some baskets and file cases on top of the dresser. Hisoka set them out for me, but I'm not sure what to do with them. Well, sort out your cases. You're an apprentice psychic detective. Hisoka put this desk here for me. This used to be Hisoka's bedroom. She freed it up for me to use. Hisoka is... I know... The thing is, the character we're playing as, she's pretty fucking traumatized before the game even started. And we're not really going to go into it because it's unpleasant. But she is basically being handed everything on a platter by Hisoka and still is not engaging properly and just doing her damn job, which irritates me. Do your damn job. It's what you're paid for. You've got a free fucking house. We're not paying rent. Anyway, let's pick up the thingy. What's it? An open envelope has been left on the desk. The sender's name reads Fuyui Himido. This must be Fuyuhi's missing person request. Maybe it could provide some clues as to where Hisoka and Fuyuhi went. Did they go up the mountain and then down the mountain? Dear Miss Kurosawa, Please find Haruka. She went missing over a week ago. You do still take on missing person cases, don't you? I've contacted the police, but they're no help. They say she was probably spirited away. Haruka wouldn't have gone anywhere without telling me. I'm certain something bad has happened. I can handle my own grief, but I can't stand the thought of her suffering somewhere. What if she's waiting for me to find her? I'm worried sick. Haruka is still alive. I know it, but something has to be done, and quick. Remember when you found that precious picture of me and Haruka? I was so happy to have it. Now I need your help once again. There was a photograph with the letter. It's two schoolgirls. It shows Fuyuhi looking shy and another girl, Haruka. They look close.
Hisoka-san.
I'm terrible at pronunciation.
Hikami ni.
Yeah, the mountain. It's not like we're ever going to go anywhere else, so...
Hikami-yama.
Yeah.
自殺の名所だという。日比野さんはきっとこの山にいる。
And again, this is a real thing. Suicide spots are a real thing. Ghosts aren't. Ghosts aren't real, kids. Don't believe what Most Haunted tells you. Although watch it and laugh at them scaring themselves. And we've gone to Mount Hikami. Just fuck it, let's go to Mount Hikami. Really, really. Fuyuhi is located somewhere on the mountain. I should be able to use this picture of her to find her trace. So because we have the psychic imprint of Fuyuhi from the photo, we can follow her trace. Do you see that? Do you see that outline? Yeah. There's no freedom in this game. Our notes have been updated. We are saving. We don't have a camera obscura though. Oh yes, we didn't bring a fucking camera with us. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. No, that's not what I wanted to do. God damn it. No. B? No, I was trying to look at my notes. There we go. God. Damn, I hate the Wii U tablet. I really do. Shrine maidens were central to Mount Hikami faith. They would accompany people who came to the mountain to end their life and be witnesses to their last moments. Pilgrims would choose a maiden before entering the mountain. Maidens would absorb their feelings and thoughts. After a time, the maidens' hearts would overflow with these emotions. They would take that pain with them into the caskets and reliquaries, which would then be sunk into the water. Long ago, a man named Ose Kurosawa killed the shrine maidens, and their bodies washed into the pool of purification, tainting it with their blood. This resulted in them becoming beings of the netherworld. This is massive spoilers. I'm not sure I should be reading this one out. They continue to ensure those who came to Mount Hikami die a proper death. A few of the maidens survived and left the mountain. It is said they are settled in the villages at the foot of Mount Hikami, and their abilities live on in their descendants. Yeah, that's definitely spoilers. Anyway. Oh, I haven't got a camera. I keep pushing camera and I haven't got a camera. We've come to the fucking Death Mountain without a camera, which is bad news bears if you ask me. Now we can go over here, but we can't actually go anywhere that isn't where Fuyuhi's trace is. Probably a good thing, because this place is haunted and we don't have a spirit camera. And yeah, there will be a loading screen between each area. The loading screens aren't that long, so I'm not that bothered. This is the pool of purification. I'm pretty sure I just read out a note about the pool of purification. I don't know why we... That's massive spoilers. Where is the pool of purification note? You told me I had a note. Oh, I'm never going to be able to do this properly. Well, that was Fuhuyihi. I can't say her name. She came and she stood here. The road has collapsed and the stone stairs are cut off. It must have been the landslide. The old road seems to carry on up the edge of the cliff. Very pretty though, isn't it? Oh, there's an item there. There's something on the ground. Now let's see if we get grabbed by a ghostie. You have to let go of ZR before they grab you. Whoop. Sometimes a ghost hand will appear when you try to reach for an object. Release that button at the right moment to dodge it. If you do get grabbed, use the sticks to break their hold on you. A tourist brochure. I wonder if Fuyi dropped it. It has a map of the mountain. And there's our world map. So this is the way from the pool of purification to the unfathomable forest. Got it. Go to Y and then press X to see the map of the whole mountain, which I already showed you earlier. That's your world map. And we've already wasted 14 minutes. We don't have a camera. Now, as you can see, we are soaking wet. Literally, we're soaking wet. We're under a waterfall. If you're soaking wet, you take more damage. But we have purifying embers to dry ourselves off. And that, I believe, this is a health item. Ah! Bastard. Oh. Got herbal medicine. So what we can do, we're soaking wet because we were just under a waterfall. But what we can do is we can go into our item menu. Third time's a charm. Go over to our items and bone dry. And that's actually important because your main source of damage is just being wet. But again, there's no real combat here because we haven't got a camera. And again, someone's out here lighting all of these little lamps. Yeah. Oh dear. That's a bit too wet for me, eh? Where did she go? She went that way. But there's an item there. So we're going to have to go in the water. And we just dried ourselves off. As you can see, we are already becoming quite wet. It's a camera! Shit! Shit! He's gone behind me. You have to run forward. Shove your fist in. Get a fatal glance. Where's the other one? Now remember, you want them to... Ha! Like that. No, let me get the... Let me touch her. I want to shove my fist inside her. For the points. Anyway, I think what she was saying there was that Hisoka has dropped her Camera Obscura and she must be nearby. I think that's what she was saying. Unfortunately, we didn't have much time to fuck about with it, did we? We have Type 7 film, which is shit, and we have Type 14 film. So we're going to stick with the Type 7, the basic bitch film, and we can have a look at our camera now. We can have a look at our enhancements. And that's the upgrades that I managed to get, which isn't great. Do I have any point? I've got enough points to snag some upgrades. Let's fully upgrade the sensor. This is kind of cheating, and then we'll go for absorption. I'm not going to upgrade the lenses or anything, because I think if we get through the whole game, we should have enough points to fully upgrade the camera. Can't see to the bottom. Nobody could survive a drop from this height. Oh dear me. I've forgotten how to quick turn. I think it was... Yeah, it's... Yeah, it's... She controls like ass. They all control like ass. But how about this, again, for a Wii U game? Kids? Now, let's try and look at the map. There's only one way, so... Again, there's only one way, but this game does a really good job. We must be close to the unfathomable forest. It's like fucking Never-Ending Story. The Ineffable Odyssey. That's the name of my brother's old band. Which was just him hitting things in the kitchen. A tall fence blocks the path. Beyond is an expansive forest. There doesn't appear to be any way around. And I'm not in the mood to climb a fence. Now again, this is a suicide forest, so be on the lookout for ghosts. There's some film. Oh! Nice. There's a gap in that fence. I don't think that's the way we want to go, though. Oh, it is. That's the way we want to go. So what's over here, then? See if we can find more pick-upables. No. Okay. I was actually quite annoyed in the last session with, you know, I thought I went through it fairly quickly, even though I'm taking longer than I would, because I'm reading stuff aloud. There's Fuyahi. Please pick it up. She's left a note for us. Ooh. There's a torn note lying on the ground. It looks like Fuyahi Himeno's. I looked into Mount Hikami. It's always been a spiritual place. Not spiritual as in holy, but spiritual as in filled with the spirits of the dead. Maybe that's why it's a suicide spot. Haruka wouldn't go to die alone, though. Not without telling me. The book said that people get spirited away to the mountain. They get called towards it and disappear alone. I read how it calls to people who are perceptive, anxious, meek, and who lack family. My heart skipped a beat when I read that. It was describing Haruka perfectly. She's so kind and accepting. She always opens up to me. She's alert, even when she seems to be spacing out. She knows what I'm thinking. Maybe she was spirited away. But where do people go when they're spirited away? The more I think about it, the scarier it gets, and the more my heart starts pounding. If you think that's weird, one of the main characters who we started the game as is the daughter of the main character from the first game that she had with her brother who got sealed into the thing in the first game. Remember that? Yeah, that's fucking weird. And that's not even going to be a thing. Everyone's just like, yeah, blood relatives having babies, whatever, man. Japan. Welcome to the unfathomable forest. Our notes have been updated. You see why it's quite hard to Can you scroll faster, please, Wii U? Jesus. I don't think our notes have been updated. No. Sorry, kids. We do have a ghost list, which I think is really cool. Although that was massive spoilers. Also, this game makes fantastic use of the vibration function of the Wii U, which is something that was quite underutilized. I mean, everything about the Wii U was underutilized. But this is one of the few games that... I think we meet Boxman now. The stone lanterns along the road to the shrine have all been lit. Poor old Wii U. Just makes me feel sad. I mean, it really does make me feel quite sad. I think if you... I missed it. I missed it. Did you see that? Fucking Wii U. I tried. Oh, Jesus. Got a lot of health. You can see the health bar there. Fuck. Try and do a bit more damage. Nope, not doing much damage, are we? Yeah, they do reabsorb that shit if you Ah! Wii U! Stop it! It's behind me. Wii U, stop it. Again, this is what happens when you use the shit film. I think I got it. Yeah, stick your fist in. That's what happens when you use the shit film, ladies and gentlemen. It takes forever to kill a standard ghost. Doesn't sound too bad until you stop and think, hang on, we're going to be fighting 5 or 6 of them at a time. Also, our items didn't carry over from chapter to chapter, which I'm a bit... I thought they would carry over from chapter to chapter, and they're not. There's an old signpost here, but it's so caked in moss that I can't read what it says. It's alright, just follow the Isaac's pimp stance. I seem to remember there being lots of ghosts here, like lots of ghosts, but luckily we're not too wet. I think there's lots of items hidden around, and if you go near an item, it'll spawn a ghost. I think that's how it works. Yeah, you want to go over there. I don't want to go over there. I want to go over here. Oh, there's a little shrine thing here. A Jizo statue. Ah, that's the wrong button. We're having control issues. Wii U, you're better than this. I think that's actually spoilers for something that happens later. Again, I don't really remember this game other than the ending's pretty fucking harsh. I think I got the good end when I played it. Oh. Oh, this is gonna bring out a dude. This is going to bring out a dude for sure. You wiggling, you wiggly bastard. Oh! A scrap from a notebook. It looked like it fell from the sleeping bag poking out of the tent. How long have I been here? I suppose it doesn't matter. I'm glad I decided to do things right and come here to die. This place feels right. I thought I might get lonely, but there are people here. People who aren't alive. This place may be as strange as people say. I heard children playing just now. I tried to get a look at them, but they ran off before I could get close. Did they come here on their own, or were they left here? Earlier, I heard the sound of raspy breathing and running. After that, I heard a scream. I was scared and held my breath. I'm not scared of death, but that was terrifying. I saw a woman dressed in white today. She was draped in cloth, so I couldn't see her face. She seemed to stare at me for a while, then left. Which side is she on, I wonder? Will she be back? I saw her again. She turns up every day watching me. I feel her gaze, but not her presence. As soon as I notice her, she disappears. She must be constantly watching me. I heard a voice. A mournful voice. Like screaming. No. Like singing. It was a call of some kind. But not for me. Not yet. My time is yet to come. Everything I brought with me is gone. Now I have nothing. I like it here. Nothing matters now. This was the right choice. I'm glad I came. She will come soon. She will take me away. She is calling. I must go. I mean, this is a real thing. Suicide spots are a real thing. I can't fathom it personally. No, I want to pick up the thing. We need Type 61 film. Can we... map. Where are we at? Because we've got a lot of different ways to go, as you can see. There's a lot to explore here, but there really isn't. It's notes and shit.